Welcome to Stillworks and Brewing. My name is Randy. This is a channel that's all about home distillation and brewing. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to make a American Rye Whiskey Mash. Okay, so if this is something that interests you, there's 4 things that you can really do to help us out to keep this channel going. Okay, number 1, subscribe if you haven't done already. Okay, number 2, ring that notification bell so you don't miss anything. Number 3, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. And the last, number 4, is share us with your friends. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, one question is, what is American Rye Whiskey? Well, the definition of American Rye Whiskey is it has to be made of 51% of rye and distilled no more than 160 proof and aged in new oak barrels. It's basically kind of like bourbon, except for it's 51% rye. Okay, started. Okay, so what I do is I'm sanitizing my mash tun here. All right, I got some star sand in there, and we'll be using a grain bag. Okay, don't worry about the foam. So we'll dump this sanitizer solution out. Everything's nice and clean. And the reason I use a grain bag is it just helps when you're sparging out. Sometimes using some flake corn products, it kind of tends to stop up the screen on the mash tun. All right, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna add about 3 gallons of 180 degree water. We'll stir in our flaked corn, and we'll let that sit there for about an hour to gel up. Okay, so let me go ahead and get that started. I'll be back. Okay, I put about 3.5 gallons of 180 degree water in there. I want to make sure I sanitize everything because it will not be boiled. Alright, so then we'll start stirring in our corn flakes. And I believe this is 6.5 pounds, I do believe. I'll put it out there. Okay, so what we did, we stirred in the corn flakes, make sure there ain't no clumps or anything like that. And what we'll do is we'll cover it up for about an hour to let that corn gel up and start releasing those starches out of the corn flakes. Yes. Okay, so we'll let that sit for an hour and we'll be back. Okay, we've had our corn here in the hot water. Take a little sample. Okay, I got a little sample. I'm gonna put. Whoa, see how that turns instantly black? That means it is loaded with starch. Okay, so we know that the conversion for the corn, all the starches, alright, it made the conversion. Okay, so we know that the starches has been released from the corn. And now what we're going to do is we'll mix in the rest of our grains. So we'll mix in our rye. Smells like rye bread. And this is some 6-row. We'll add that in there too. And what I'm going to do, this is a cautionary, is I'm going to add about a half of a tablespoon or teaspoon of embolized enzyme, just to make sure that we have enough for to convert the starches over into sugars. Alright, and just a little cautionary just to make sure. Okay. Let me get a temperature. Still climbing. It's about 150, about 155, so that'd be perfect. So what we'll need to do, we'll cover that up. Cover that up. We'll give a, I don't know, hour and 15, hour and a half to for conversion to take, convert all the starches into sugars. Okay, so we'll be back. Okay, it's been about 90 minutes. So what we'll do, give this a little bit of a stir. Okay, it's been about 90 minutes. We'll do an iodine test. I mean, it's awful dark, but I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it did not turn black. So I think it's awful hard to see with this rye because it turned the liquid so dark. But it all dissipated to a brown. It's not black. So I would believe that the conversion has taken place. Okay, so we did the iodine test. I'm pretty sure we confirmed that it's the conversion from starch over into sugars took place. So what we'll do now is we'll drain this out. We'll flush the grains and the corn with water till we get about 6 gallons in our fermenter here, and then we'll go from there. So let's get that started. So we're draining the out of the mash tun into the fermentation bucket, and then what we'll do is we'll get some good warm water and flush out those grains. So we'll collect about 6 gallons. Okay, we sparged all our grains out into our fermenter. Let's take a specific gravity reading. Put a couple drops on there. .035. Alright, well I'd like to have a little bit more than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of table sugar into the fermentation up to boost it up a little bit, because I would like to get about 1.090. Okay, I added about 6 pounds of table sugar. Let's see what we got now. .080. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it at that, 1.080. Alright, so what we'll do, alright, this is the yeast nutrient. So I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons. I'll put some of this in there. Yeast nutrient. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll put this in the fermentation room. I'll let it cool down to about 80 degrees, and then I'll add in my yeast. I'm going to use Daddy's yeast. Add that in there, let her ferment a week to 10 days, and then we'll distill that out. So as a recap of what we did is we took 180 degree water, put in our mash tun. We added in our corn. I used a nylon bag. Okay, put in the corn in our mash tun, let it sit for about an hour to gel up. So then we added in our grain, and I added a little bit of the Enzyme just as an insurance policy. Then we let it sit for 90 minutes to convert all the all of the starches over into sugars. So then we sparged out all the grain. We collected up to about 6 gallons in our ferment bucket. We had to add about 6.5 pounds of table sugar, and that boosts us up to 1.080. And so we're going to ferment that for about a week to 10 days, and then we'll distill it out. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed everything today. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the adventure. We'll see you next time. It's been about 16 hours. Fermentation's well on its way. About a week to 10 days should be done. Be time for distilling.